Hey guys, so I wanted to do this Victoria Beckham inspired makeup look because it's something I've been doing a lot lately. I think she's just so chic. She has this very sophisticated style. The way, she does her makeup is just classic. It's her signature look. She does it all the time. It's just kind of smoked out liner, bronzy eyeshadow. And I think it works, and I think it works for everybody. It's such a sophisticated palette. I don't have any of the Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder products, so I kind of, used what I had. And I used this quad by Cle de Peau. This is the Baby Universe palette. And so I think it's kind of the perfect little palette for her look because it's not too shimmery. It has a lot of bronzy tones in it, and it's kind of everything you need for that Victoria Beckham look. Lots of bronzer and of course a lot of highlighter. The only thing I did use from the Victoria Beckham collection, and it's actually in the original packaging, is the Modern Mercury highlighter. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I will see you soon. Bye. So Victoria Beckham's look is really chic. It's easy. If you've ever seen the video of her doing her makeup on, I think, Allura's channel, it's like super easy. So I've already done my brows really naturally with Anastasia Dip Brow, and then I prime my eyes with some eye primer. I'm going to be using this quad. This is a Cle de Peau quad. It's in Baby Universe, and I think the shades are really like very Victoria Beckham-esque, and it's very bronzy and natural. So I'm going to take this shade. This is a kind of satin transition shade, and I'm going to put that into my crease. And her look, like I said, it's really just like a two-tone eyeshadow look. She does a crease color and a bronzy shade on the lid. I'm going to do a little more in the crease just because I don't really have much of a crease or a socket. So I'm going to use this whole quad, but you really don't have to. I like this quad because the shadows are very soft. They're not too shimmery or glittery, so they give a very sophisticated look. And I think it'll work for many skin tones and, ages. I think this look is just really classic, which is why I wanted to do it, because I think it's a powerful look. It looks, so good on everybody. So that's that. And then I'm going to go in with this deeper shade. It's kind of a plummy matte brown or satin brown color, and I'm going to put that also in my crease with a pointier blending brush. This is a MAC 226, and I'm just doing this because I want a little more crease definition. I don't have a very defined crease, and I think this helps a lot. So then after that, I am going to go in with the bronzy shade right here at the very end. And this one has a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's not too shimmery. And I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. This is a super easy look. It really doesn't involve much, and I think it looks really beautiful on everybody. She just has a very classic style, and I think, she's been doing the same look for forever because it just works and it looks so good. I'm going back in with my blending brush and just making sure my edges are really nice and blended and smooth. So that's pretty much the eyeshadow. I'm going to take my Urban Decay eyeliner and it's just the black, the Perversion eyeliner. And I'm going to slowly dot this on my upper lid. So a key part of her look is this kind of smudged out black eyeliner. So you want to get really, really close into the lash line. You don't want too much liner because you don't want it to be smoked out like a smoky eye. You just want a smoky eyeliner look. So I'm trying to get really close, just kind of dotting the product along my lash line. And you don't have to be perfect or neat because, like I said, we're going to go in and smudge it out. I have a little smudging brush here. So I'm actually going in with this really, really old palette. This is the Urban Decay Black palette. And I'm actually just going to take this sparkly charcoal shade. It's actually very similar looking, not as dark, to the eyeshadow she came out with Estee Lauder. And I'm going to use that as my smudging shadow because it's just sparkly. It's kind of this smoky gray color, and it does have a lot of fallout, but I think it's beautiful for this kind of look. I'm just gonna put in a little bit more liner at the end, just for some extra definition right there. So I'm gonna go back and finish the eyes in a second. I'm gonna start with my skin, and I'm using the Peter Thomas Roth 24K Gold Prism Cream. This is because I don't have the Victoria Beckham Morning Aura, which she made with Estee Lauder. And it's kind of the same thing. It's illuminating skincare lotion type of thing. And I love the way this product gives me like an amazing glow. Totally, totally worth it. It's a tiny bit pricey, but it's not so crazy. Actually, you get more product than the Glam Glow kind of illuminating moisturizer, so I really, really like this product. So now that I have all of that on my face, I am going to go in with my foundation. So I'm going to go in with my foundation. This is the Burberry Fresh Glow Foundation in 26 Beige. And I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. She always has a very natural, like, base on. She doesn't seem like she wears anything too heavy or a ton of makeup. So I wanted to really make sure the skin shows through. Especially that illuminator moisturizer underneath, because that's kind of like part of her sweaty skin, sexy look. So I think it's perfect. I'm gonna go in with some concealer and my other little blender thing, and just get underneath the eyes. You really want to make sure you conceal really well underneath, because it is going to be smoked out a bit on the bottom, and you don't want it to have, you don't want to have like these dark circles that are going to distract from like smokiness or make it look like the smokiness is going a lot farther down than it actually should be. So I'm gonna make sure I conceal really well underneath my eyes. And then I'll fill around my nose because I have a lot of redness there. So I'll make sure I cover all of that really well. So I want to powder my face because I will be using powder products for the rest of my face. So I'm just going to use this powder real quick. This is the YSL face palette. Came out in spring, I think, last year or a couple years ago. And it's just a nice light powder that will just kind of set everything so other powders will glide well on top of it. It is supposed to be color correcting. So I want to go back to the eyes now and finish that up real fast. I am going to take my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. This one works better for the waterline because I do wear contacts, and I find the Urban Decay one rubs off on them. So I'm gonna go in to my upper waterline, the tight line, and make sure I color that in very well. And then I'm also going to do the waterline down below, because that's kind of a key part of her look. She always has her eyes rimmed in black liner. And you can be a little bit messy with this and take it down. I like to take it down a little farther on that outside right here for smudging purposes. And then I'm going to get in and smudge it with my little pencil brush. I didn't put any additional product on here. I'm just smudging with the actual pencil brush, sorry. And just kind of using my fingers to like blend out the edges a bit. And I do want to go in with a little bit of like the bronze shade and just smudge down there. This kind of the brown shade that I used in my crease to define it. I think that's perfect for just kind of setting this area and smudging it out. I'm just going in with my little blender and making sure it's not too smudged out, and I'm not getting like too raccoon eyes going on here. I do want to use the lightest shade in this palette just in my inner corners. I don't think Victoria does that because she's really, you know, she has a very simple routine. She doesn't do much on the eyes. It's literally a crease color, the bronzy shade, and then the smudged eyeliner, and that is her signature look. So, but I like to brighten up the inside of my eyes. I think it helps like open them and look more awake and, yeah, brighter. And then I'm going to put a tiny bit also on my brow bone because I do want to highlight my brow bone just a smidge. I'm going to go back in with my blending brush, make sure everything is smooth. And then I am going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. And I'm using the Ardency in mascara. So now that I have the eyes done, I'm going to move on to my face. And part of Victoria's signature look is bronzer. She loves bronzer. She always uses it, and it's kind of her go-to, which is great because I love bronzer. That's kind of my go-to too. I kind of would use it over blush if I didn't really have time to do kind of a full face. And so I'm using Tom Ford Terra. I know that she came out with a couple bronzers with her Estee Lauder collection, and they look lovely, but I do have a lot of bronzers. So she kind of uses it all over as for bronzing, but she also has amazing bone structure, and I don't have that. So what I'm going to do with my bronzer is I'm going to sculpt with it. So finally for cheeks, she loves her highlighter, and of course it's Modern Mercury. So I actually have the original Modern Mercury, but I do love the packaging of the new one, and I didn't buy it, but I really didn't need it because I have this one already. And you can see it's this beautiful, shining, kind of like a rose gold pinky shade. And I'm just going to use this little brush to do it. Put some in the product and apply generously to my cheekbones. And this is kind of part of her, you know, sexy, sweaty, highlighted skin look. This is a beautiful highlighter, and I feel like they should make it permanent because it is so stunning on the skin. So that's the highlighter. I'm going to put a little bit down my nose. And my Cupid's bow. So I don't think she uses any blush, so I'm going to forgo blush today. I don't have any of her nude lip colors, but I think the most Victoria Beckham looking lip color is the one that Charlotte Tilbury made, inspired by her, and this is called Very Victoria. And it's this beautiful kind of matte nude grayish color. And let me show you what it looks like on. I love this lipstick. Not only is the matte texture super comfortable, just the color in general is beautiful. But so that is my look, guys. I hope you guys like it. It's super simple. I think it, you know, it's sophisticated but smoky and sexy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.